Okay. Who is more toxically masculine? This generation, men or women? Big up FNF, changing lives. Check out Jay West on westbeats.com and all streaming platforms. Okay.
Okay.
There, nigga.
Blackest Panther.
Who's more toxically masculine, men or women, in this generation? What do you guys think?
Woman.
I personally think that in the Western society, their agenda is to make the women more masculine, to separate family and traditional values. I think that's what's going on. I told myself that. I think that that's what's happening in America right now, and I think that's the answer to the question. So,
all right, I think the question was, who do you think is more? It's it's who's more toxically masculine, right?
I think that they're, I mean,
men or women. I think the better question is who's more toxic.
Oh, toxic.
Men or women in today's society?
I would say women.
Okay.
Why?
Because women are sneaky sometimes.
Okay. That's it?
That's it. That's my answer.
They're sneaky sometimes. Let me write that down. All right.
Oh, God.
What about you? Who do you think is more toxic nowadays?
Men.
Why men?
Because they know what they're doing.
Who hurt you?
Because niggas ain't shit.
When you say they know what they're doing, what do you mean in particular?
They know they're pushing your button on purpose.
Speak it to Mike, please.
They know they're pushing your button on purpose. They know what they're doing. They know they got that good, and then harassing you. And then leave you.
What the fuck, man?
Is that coming from personal experience?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
No. She's Scripper, dog. It definitely is.
Emotional damage.
Well, we're speaking in general, not off of guys that you've dealt with personally. What do
No,
you
in
think?
general, men are the toxic one because
Okay.
you guys make us go crazy. We don't go crazy. Y'all do it.
I mean, you're a stripper.
It don't matter. That don't got nothing to do with what y'all do.
I mean, don't you make our dick go crazy when you on a pole and shit? You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my gosh, we can't control it. And just want to smash you?
What does that have to do with the toxicity? Me being on a pole is not toxic.
Yeah, because we ain't fucking us. Like, you're teasing us, so that's toxic.
Okay, but I don't know.
Being toxic with my penis, man.
Okay, but you
I still think men are more toxic than females.
And the reason specifically is because they get a rise of emotions?
No, because y'all know what y'all doing and y'all claim it's us, but it's y'all. In a story, I will not blame myself ever.
I just think that women are better at being sneakier than men.
Okay, so are you saying that they're able to manipulate emotions better?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Do you think women are better at manipulating emotions in general or men?
Okay, so you got me.
Oh, okay. So it's really women then.
I just didn't want to take the
By
blame.
your logic, it's really women then.
Okay, so I didn't want to take the blame. Okay, but
She didn't want to be
it's us.
accountable.
I believe she didn't want to be accountable.
She didn't want to be accountable. That's what it is.
Okay.
Told you, man.
That's toxic in itself.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, what about you? Who do you think is more toxic nowadays, men or women?
I'll be accountable. Women are definitely more toxic, and I think it's because we have like way more just like information on our hands. Like with social media and stuff, we can find anything out that we want to find out, and it's so easy to do it too. Like literally, give me a 5-minute search on Instagram. and, like,
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
How
Or
does,
now you call your homegirls. It's like, yo.
So question, but my thing is like, how does investigating things or doing your research make you toxic though? Wouldn't that
It's
just
like
be prudent?
okay, so for example, like if a guy's like talking to like another girl, but it's like kind of on the DL, like he has like a roster and like you're on the roster and another girl's on it, and he's talking to like both of you at the same time, but he doesn't want you guys to know that he's like talking to both of you. You find it out, you can like low-key like use it against him and be like, I don't know, just kind of like say like toxic shit. Like, you know he's talking to someone else, so you'll like fuck with his emotions and be like, oh, I'm talking to someone else.
So you're saying you could play the game?
Yeah, like we can play it back. But like we have like more tools to play it back better, I guess.
So would you say that you created the game yourself as women?
No, I don't think we created the game, but I think we're just good at playing it.
Well, I mean,
But I'm not saying that's a good thing.
Cleopatra had a good game.
do you think men would prefer to play games with women or just be straight up and say, hey, I just want to have sex?
They definitely would rather just be straight up.
Okay, so who actually starts the game then?
The females.
The females for sure.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right, what about you? Who's more toxic, men or women?
Well, I'll just say from my experience, I'm a little toxic. I mean, you know, you like to have them marinate a little bit and then just kind of play chess a little bit. And then it's like, I want to see how hard they try, you know? And then, like, when you block them and then they reach you on email, I'm like, damn, you know? So I'm not going to lie, you know? I feel like, yeah, we do kind of manipulate men, you know? But if we really like them, we won't. So, you
Facts.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Just like if men really like a
Fallon,
girl,
why are
he's
you
gonna make it
making
be
those
known.
faces?
Didn't you do something to
Fallon,
your
are
ex?
you really?
what are you
Come on.
talking about?
No, because I'm like
You
honestly
can't-
perturbed by some of
multiple
the answers.
conversations
Wait, wait,
going
wait.
on here.
Wasn't it you that did something with your ex?
What do you mean?
Like his car or something?
Oh, no, he fucked up my car. I didn't fuck up his car.
Why did you do that?
Well, he went crazy and he just broke my windshield. I don't know.
What'd you do?
Nothing. He just got tight. What you want? I mean,
That's crap, bro.
I don't know.
Something's up.
You did something, man.
Interesting.
I did something. Who knows?
All right. You guys were saying something?
Fallon.
No, I'm just perturbed by some of the answers.
Fallon doesn't like that where it's just so like.
You call her Fallon?
Yeah,
That's my name.
That's my name.
I think it's Jimmy Fallon.
What has you
Well,
perturbed? Which, guys, that means a disturbed
think
state.
that,
I haven't
like-
heard someone use that word in a very long time.
Yeah.
So
She
go
was
ahead.
so
I think
disturbed by
that
us.
like in this culture of social media and
Oh, it has to do with the
different
question?
things. Yes.
Okay, I'll come
Yeah,
to you
it
then.
does.
Sorry, I thought it was something
No,
else.
no, it has to do with
All right.
like what she said.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll give her a chance to
wait, I
respond to it
wanna hear
and
it.
gather your thoughts. Okay, who's more toxic, men or women, in general?
For the sake of this argument, I'd say men.
Okay,
Yes.
Simply
sure.
for the
Why do you
simple
say
fact that they've learned to gaslight and make it seem like women are delusional.
Okay.
in
Do you think
situations.
a majority of men have the skill set to be able to prove female delusion, though? Do you
Some
think? Do you
men-
think a lot of guys even have the knowledge that a lot of women are delusional?
You know, some men are simply just
I think so.
what's the word?
Remember, it's the majority.
The majority.
Yeah, because you're saying a lot of them like gaslight women into, hey, you're delusional, blah blah blah. But are most men even aware that women are delusional, in your opinion?
I don't think most of them are aware. I think a lot of them are learning to be aware with just themselves.
Okay.
So
So does that make the majority of them toxic then? If only some of them are aware that women are delusional, to gaslight as you
I'd say
claim.
a good majority of them.
You just said it
Probably
was some a second ago.
probably like, yeah, I'd say probably like about 50-50.
Really?
So that's not a majority.
That's not a great majority. Now that you broke down the question, no, it's not.
Okay.
And then
I'd
as
say
well,
some.
is gaslighting even real?
I think so.
Because back in my grandparents' day, that wasn't even like a word.
But we're not
It
in our
wasn't,
parents'
right?
day anymore.
Yeah.
So-
2023
Yeah, we-
fresh.
But wait, hold on. Who made up that word though?
I don't know who
Where'd it
made up
come
that
from?
word, but it did come from where psychological.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
The reason I
Okay.
say we're not in that day because like
No, we're
I
not. We're
see
not.
my examples 36 years of marriage. I don't know anybody in this day that I see them celebrating stuff like that. Like marriages, people give up so easy on love now.
Where's your husband?
Exactly. We all give up so easy because we see the red flags and we're ready to
So
run.
you gave up.
Yeah, you did.
I've given up a few times. Yeah, like I see the red flags and I'm like,
You're done.
So you chose wrong.
I think we give up because we know there's better out there. But then when we go out there, then we realize there's not better.
The grass is greener.
Yeah, it's
So
never
it's not
greener.
better then.
It's greener where you
we
water
give
it.
we give up because we
Exactly.
think there's better out there.
Yeah.
And then when we get out there and it's not.
Well, whose fault is it for thinking it was better and then making the move and then realizing
Both
it's
of
not
our
better?
fault because we could have worked on each other, but we didn't.
I think it all started going wrong with MySpace.
It's both of our fault because one person is not listening to the other.
Wait, say that again. It's both your fault because what?
Because we could have been better with
To the
each
mic.
other. We could have done better with each
Well,
other.
who initiates most of the breakups?
I'm not a kind of girl that break up with people. I just walk away.
That's ghosting.
Yo, you're confusing.
Wait, that's not because I don't technically say it's over.
I didn't
just-
shoot him. I just pulled the trigger.
What the fuck, bro?
Yo.
Wow. Okay.
That's scary, man.
What about you? Female logic makes sense. What about you? Who's more toxic nowadays? You think, men or women?
I think both are equally toxic, but if I had to pick one, I would say men.
Why so?
Why? Because men are so driven by flesh, and then they judge women for what they like. Okay, so they would they try to have sex with as many girls as they can and not really intentionally be with them, but then judge the woman for having sex with them. When you're both in bed and you become one in bed, you know, like it's like, I mean, you're equal when you get in bed together. That's what I think.
So is it that men are trying to get sex from women is what makes them toxic?
I think it's toxic, yeah, because I mean, most aren't honest about not wanting monogamy.
Okay. Would
That's
it be
toxic.
fair? Okay, fair enough. Would it be fair to say that a lot of women don't like a majority of men?
Yes.
Okay. Are a majority of men not attractive to most women then? Right.
Yes.
Okay. Do women go out on dates with men that they don't like?
Yep.
Free dinners, maybe a cool experience, maybe a boat, maybe a party here, maybe a social gathering. They'll come as a +1 for an
In
experience.
general, yes.
Yeah. Who do you think is more successful at accomplishing their goal? Men getting sex without getting with giving up monogamy, or women getting free dates and attention without giving sex?
I mean, it depends on
Who's
your
more
intention.
successful in
I
the
guess.
genders?
Oh, who's more successful
yeah.
for getting what they want? I guess
Of
women,
finessing what
because men are
So
the
by your own
chasers.
logic, wouldn't that mean women are actually more toxic?
Well, I don't think women are more toxic because I'm talking about people who are looking for a relationship, not just like women that are looking for a relationship won't date somebody that they don't want to date. They're gonna date somebody intentionally.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that because like by your logic, you're saying it's toxic that men have sex with girls and sell the dream of monogamy, but then I can make the same argument that it's toxic that women go out on dates with men that they don't like and get free dinners, free experiences, etc. And let's ask ourselves, who's more successful at finessing? Is it men more successful at finessing sex without giving monogamy, or women finessing free dates without giving up sex? I would argue it's the women that are more successful. So by your logic, women are more toxic.
Gotcha, bitch. I guess, but I'm talking about people that want relationships, not people that are just out here looking for fun.
But that's what all women want typically, is a relationship.
Right, not the girl. I mean, if you're going out on a date just to have fun, you're not looking for a relationship. You're just going out to have fun. You're just like, oh, cool. Let me just go have this free meal.
No, but they can still
But
want
that's what
that.
I'm trying to
do the
say.
same thing though.
But
Like women are able to better finesse. It's a dance between the genders. Like women are looking for opportunities and status and experiences. Men are looking for sex. And I would argue women are able to get what they want way more, a higher percentage of the time than men are able to get what they want.
But I don't think that makes them more toxic. I think that men are just chasing more what they want. Women aren't going to chase the man.
But they're
so
not as
they're
successful, whereas women are way more successful at what they want.
Okay, be
Getting
honest.
what they want, while being deceiving, by the way.
How many girls do you know that have a guy for like free dinners, maybe pay rent, maybe for sex? Multiple guys, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that toxic?
Matter of fact, how many niggas you got in the friend zone right now?
Oh shit!
A lot.
in the friend zone. Yeah, a few.
Why?
There you go.
I just don't-
Why?
You don't know why?
Okay, so if a person generally volunteer to do these stuff, that makes us toxic.
Well, first off, you're not being truthful, are you?
What do you mean?
Each one of them.
You have
wants-
guy friends?
I have guy friends.
Do you think they're really your friend, or they want to have sex?
They want to have sex.
Okay, so are they really your friend then?
No.
No.
There you go.
So, but you have them in the friend zone, right?
So you're lying.
So who's toxic for real?
Toxic.
Them, because they're lying.
No, you're lying to them.
No, they're lying to themselves because they the one who came up to my face and tell me they want to be my friend, but they want to get in my coon. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And by that same logic, you're toxic for taking their attention and time.
No, I'm not toxic because at the end of the day, I am a child of God who take the benefit of the
Bruh.
doubt,
Bruh.
who let
Child
somebody
of
be
God,
my
but you're a stripper.
friend.
Okay, man. All right, what about you?
I'm appalled.
Who's more
First
toxic?
of all,
I am appalled at this.
Who's
How
more
dare
toxic,
you.
men or women?
Honestly, I think it could be 50-50 just because of the fact that I
If
think
you had to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah, don't give the politically correct answer. It's a fresh
I mean, I definitely do think like women could be more toxic just because they do try to finesse things in general more, like free
Okay.
drinks, free boat days, all those things.
Yep.
So I feel like that could be a part of it.
But
Okay.
how we finesse those things when people approach us?
Well, that's the thing. Like they wouldn't be getting it if someone wasn't offering it.
But you have to accept. That's the thing.
I don't blame. I'm sorry. I don't blame nothing. If somebody come up to me and tell me, "Hey, here's $1,000 for your rent," thank you. No, it's not me. It's not. I'm not toxic for that. I'm sorry. No.
Okay. What about you? You said that you
I
had
was
some
going to
stuff.
give a
Yeah, go ahead.
political answer, but since you're asking,
Yeah,
do
but
I
that's
have to pick a
one,
side?
Yeah.
I guess I'll say women because I feel like
Merch.
women are more emotional,
Okay.
and sometimes if you're not emotionally grounded, you can lead with your emotions and be a little bit manipulative when you feel on the verge of potentially being hurt or being, that you're being lied to.
Yeah.
So in that sense, there is a potentiality where women can be more toxic in the sense of utilizing their emotions to be a little bit more emotionally reactive. That comes out in actions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then you said that you were perturbed about something before.
Yeah, I think that everything is about perspective, right?
Okay.
And I think that perspective also comes from your embodiment. And what I mean by embodiment is like the person that you choose to be or the people who you choose to be around.
Okay.
And I feel like some experiences with either dating or relationships, not necessarily that they're unavoidable, but like if you're someone who's like conscious minded and you're not choosing to engage in certain types of experiences, then there's certain types of things that you can avoid in relationships. And I think that like letting certain things go to a certain extent where you experience the maximumness of toxicness, I know maximumness is not a word, but let's just say that, then like you're also a willing participant in that. You're not like, it's not somebody else's fault that you reacted in a certain way. You're choosing to react in a certain way, and that doesn't make you right, but that's just what you're doing.
You allow it.
Okay.
Right.
So I said earlier you should be a businesswoman, right? As your costume. You should be a pilot. Land a plane.
I like flying, but I don't want to fly a plane.
I want to get on it.
What about you? Who do you think is more toxic in general?
I feel like you pretty much covered everything. So I agree. I agree. She made some good points. Yeah, I think women are just more emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
But I feel like males
think
have
women
the
are more what,
opportunity
sorry?
emotionally intelligent.
Can you define emotional intelligence for us?
I think just being in tune with their emotions. I think like practicing self-care, being grounded. But I feel like a lot more men
You
are
think
getting.
women are more grounded than men?
I'd say spiritually, and I feel like that has to do with emotions.
I mean, there's gravity.
Who do you think is more emotionally stable, men or women in general?
Probably men.
I'd say, yeah. Okay.
So wouldn't it mean that men are actually more emotionally intelligent by your definition?
That's a good
Well,
point.
not that they're
I
not
just-
crazy, but again,
But
it's a
they're more
generalization.
logical.
Like, this is the thing about this kind of conversation. Everybody can make a statement, but it's your own generalization from your own perspective. Not everybody has the same experiences.
But there's right and there's wrong, right?
No.
Somebody's telling the truth.
I
somebody's...
think that every experience, like, I think there is right and there's wrong. And that's where it's like you take accountability for your actions. Just because somebody does something to you doesn't mean you have to go react and hit their car window out. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But at the same time, not everyone's perspective is valid.
Yes.
Yeah.
We live in this crazy world where we try to sit there and say, oh, everyone's perspective is valid, and the reality is it's not, because there's a lot of stupid people.
For sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's why I'm asking her, not saying you're stupid, by the way, because you said emotionally intelligent. I said, well, define it. But by your own definition, men actually are more emotionally intelligent. So are women really emotionally intelligent based on your definition?
I mean, I feel like there's room for each gender to become more emotionally intelligent, but I feel like because women are more emotional, like they have the ability to become like more emotional.
I agree.
Intelligent, if that makes
More
sense.
toxic.
she's at the same time like
I think if anything, men are more emotionally intelligent. I think what you're trying to say is women are more socially calibrated.
Or
Which
they're
is like
driven
they're
by
able to
emotion.
see,
She also
pick up
said
social
consciously
cues
aware.
better and see, like, understand
Gotcha.
conversations and stuff like that better. But if we're going to talk about emotional intelligence, not being as emotionally erratic, being able to control yourself to a better degree, I would say men in general have
Gotcha.
more emotional restraint
They're more
than women do.
logical. Yeah. I think
Though a
women
lot
are
of men are
driven by
feminine and
emotions.
have feminine
Yeah, no,
traits,
it depends.
but
I think men are just more violent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they get too hot quick. You know?
It's the testosterone.
well,
I think that
Yes,
like
men are
she
more
has-
emotional.
she has
That's
a
where their
very good
emotions go.
point
I
that
think we're equally
it's
emotional.
about finding somebody that's consciously aware with your values.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There's absolutely tons of dumb people out there.
Y'all need
but
to
it's
watch
about putting yourself in the
Lifetime.
environment
Men
where you're
are
not around